Aratak means to go back to the mountain, and I will stand with him.
Get ready for a rare sight, Nora. Bergrand, purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead, but not today.
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin sees the fate all Banuk long for. Falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky, and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the daemon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear!
Our blood is in your teeth, Aratak!
We are Banuk. Our enemies. Our prey.
The daemon. That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice. For free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Ourea, spouting on about spirits and daemons up on Thunder's Drum. So they march their Warwick up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines. When Ourea vanished, I thought the crazy might have gone with her, but no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth, filled with wild animals. You'd think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid. Well, believe me, I've tried to convince them. But a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
And Ourea is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's Drum. And they believed him.
But you don't.
I don't know what Ourea found up there. A shaman's not going to talk to an outlander. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because of the daemon, or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know. But Ourea's not around to explain. She took off, and no one knows why.
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin? Like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered. Like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave. Or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the latest mumbo-jumbo. No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Ourea's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
Is Aratak a renowned warrior around here?
He's a Werik chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. Not that you hear much of it. Man talks about as much as a dead fish. But when he and Ourea came to town with their Werik, it drew more Banuk to this little burg than I'd ever seen. Know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trade route, stretching all the way back to the claim. Then, he goes and leads them off to their death at the claws of angry machines. So much for my best customers.
What are these Weriks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hold tryouts. Prove your best at something and you might get a place. Some Weriks come and go. Some last as long as metal. The whole Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Weriks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
Well, here's the sure thing. Each Werik has a chieftain and a shaman. They make the decisions. All well and good, except the chieftains are hard-headed, and the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
I want to know more about this daemon.
It's crazy talk, Aloy.
Or there's something to it. Something connected to how the machines behave.
Then you need to find Ourea. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rasps. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. But I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine, like no one's seen before.
Well, now I'm definitely interested. Thanks for the talk, Bergrand.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if Aratak could tell me more about Ourea or Thunder's drum. Might be worth a shot. About that free advice.
For you, I'll give it twice.
You said you've lived out here for 2...
Aye. Back home, some fur traders told me about this steel-forsaken heap of tin. We were barely scraping by until this place started filling up. A great profit is coming, they said. Honest mistake. Not that the Banuk are stingy, they just prefer to keep trade. We could get through to enough of... We could really put this place on the map.
We?
Me and my daughter. My assistant, Varja. My assistant and my daughter. We seemed... Her mother wanted me to show her a trade. She started tinkering. Say, when you need a break from this Banuk carry-on, stop in and see her.
Women?
No. Independent. Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Banuk camp.
See you around, Bergrand.
Hope so.
The demon at Thunder's drum will be our undoing. We must stop it. We die.
Survive and prevail.
I do not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good. Outlander, I suppose you wish to speak?
This Damon, you...
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
There are other Weraks in Song's Edge too?
Yes. The village has its own life for all Banuk who need trade. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite. Quick as the blue, perhaps it will last. Until the Carjas...
You're set on going back to the mountain?
I have put my word to it.
Even with the risks being...
The risk of what? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow our head.
Did your Werak come from...
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banur. But I was born here, and stayed to fight the Carja when others... A few of my old warriors remained with me.
Ourea knows about this.
She does a shaman's work. That is not, certainly not an outlet.
Well, I guess that's it.
Good. I prefer
Right.
You're looking strong.
You seem sad, stranger. I heard you...
Yes. A sudden deluge, without rain or melt to explain it. I'm Laolai, the drummer of Deep Din. Or at least I was.
Deep Din. What's that?
A hollow, carved out by the old ones. A chamber. I'd explain it by playing for you if I could.
So Deep Din is a...
Yes. Pipes that carry a perfect tone beneath a sonorous... But during the war, my father played the pipes to rally. I'm the drummer now. But our battles are few and far between, of course, if the waters don't recede.
So the waters came...
One day it was dry. The next, the nearby river had risen and the entire basin. There was no rain, not even any clouds, and yet the river rose...
A flood without rain. That...
Just northwest of here. Look all you like, but I don't see what good it'll do. The floodwaters...
The pulley is a prickly
Deep
sort,
Din,
but I suppose...
silenced by rising waters.
Bandits are not my fellows.
No more music.
When the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small, it was she. who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken bones. Everywhere Banu-Kai and her Werak fled, the ravenous tribe. Taking away
We should not pile his father's guilt onto the new Closet King's shoulders. These are different times. Shamans from all natives could study the book.
Quite a view you've got up here.
It's a useful perspective. How fleeting we are when the world is so wide. From up here, you can see how the light paints across the land. Ever changing. That's a lesson. All our marks will pass.
That outlook sounds a little depressing for a painter.
Haven't met many artists, have you? Song's Edge needs new stories. I scrubbed its past off this rock to start anew. But a new start needs new colors. Fresh pigments. Like none have seen.
Have you always been a painter?
I've always painted. But I wasn't a painter until I was driven out of... Up there, the markings are eternal. They paint over the same lines. As a child, I learned from copying them. All of us Banuk might as well be trapped in glacier ice.
These pigments you want.
Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools. Crystals cling to the rocks and cliffs.
The Banuk rock paintings are...
You want to know what they mean. That's not the right question, but... Some are called to the machines. The sacred shapes you see on metal casings, or on a cauldron.
Do the machines listen to the call?
I don't know. Others, like mine, are a call to the tribe. You could say... And sometimes even men listen, if the painting is...
I'll see what I can find for you.
Seek out the vibrant ones. A spring of sudden color among snow or rock or metal. That's its own reward. But I'd reward you as well.
Welcome to the cut, stranger. None of the southern tribes rival the
We remember Banu-Kai, when the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small. It was she who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken bones. Everywhere Banu-Kai and her Werak fled, the ravenous tribe were never far behind. Seeking a way to defeat them, Banu-Kai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she dreamt of fight.
Water lapping on wet stone. That's the sound to sleep.
say Sakuli
Oh, I'm glad my father isn't around. It would torment him to see his legacy drown.
Strange images. Odd stories.
Okay, if I want to learn more about how this daemon affects the machines, I've got to find Maria. And to do that, I need to talk to her apprentice, who followed the river north.
smoking gun just brings a bad omen. Always.
Whatever new machines crawl from that cauldron.
Outlander, wait a moment. That weapon of yours, Outlander, that spear. I can see the...
This? It was made by an acquaintance of mine.
Ah, a shaman.
No. More of a tinker?
A tinker does not understand the spark in the metal, the song, but it could be improved upon, modified with help. Far north of here, there is a cave, a shaft in the... Find a bird that hasn't been stripped by shamans past. Look for a rail inside it. The length, that's all I can tell you.
Get a rail from some metal birds in a cave.
Crusade.
You'll do. Here they come. Oh, nice. I guess the old ones like these animals. interesting. Maybe I could override it. Let's do this. Are you Neltuk?
I've been observing that tower for hours. How the daemon's light pulses through it, repairing machines. You overcame it, just like that.
Kind of what I do. I'm looking for Ourea. Can you help me?
She's gone where only shamans can tread. She left in search of answers from the voice in the blue light. And yet, what she truly seeks is hope. After what I just saw, you could show her that. She's in retreat beyond those mountains, the ice rasps. You'll have to walk the shaman's path to get there. You'll know you've reached the end when you come to a shrine, a great machine covered in blue gleam. Shamans who complete the path take a piece of it as reward. If you make it that far, you should too. You'll have earned it.
You said something about blue gleam at the end of the shaman's...
A crystal that builds on the bodies of machines in the oldest eye. We Banuk believe it's the stuff of the blue light. Frozen as it... You might be more interested that merchants will trade wealth.
Bergren told me you're Ourea's apprentice.
In her absence, I serve the chieftain and his werak as an advisor, a scout.
A lot of responsibilities.
I don't know if I can live up to Ourea's example, but I have to try. She took a chance on me. An aspiring shaman from the edge of the world.
Were you with Ourea when they...
I wish I had been, even with all that happened. When Ourea and the chieftain returned, I saw them argue bitterly. I don't know what... Then she came to me, gave me my task.
How do I cross this?
Go to the ice rasps, then follow the markers through the ice caves and the waterfalls, and make the climb to the shrine. But be careful. The path is meant to be an ordeal.
And I'll find Ourea at the end of...
No. She goes further up. If you see her, would you tell her...
All right. I guess I'm off to the ice rasps to find this shaman's path. Need them soon enough. A tonic? What did it take to knock one of those over? Hard not to last. Could be something around that my focus will see. Encased in ice. Found a long time ago. The scavengers have just gotten started. Could use my focus. See what it turns up. Can my focus show me anything? The last of the scavengers. Should scan the tall neck. See how deep the damage goes. Looks like the scavengers ripped out 3 major parts. If I could bring them back, maybe I could even reactivate it. Consider what's inside its head. His ice before I even breathe out.
Follow me! I'll find us some cover! I'm finding cover!
Can't be too prepared. These are helpful. Bitter, though. All right, I guess I'm off to the ice rasps to find this shaman's path. Get it while I can. That was worth it. tall next part. It's heavy. Useful. Summer sun. Breeze through the... Easier when I was a kid. Alright, I guess I'm off to the ice. Well, that fits. Sure hope it works. It's in better shape than it was. Okay, if I'm right, I just need to get the power fluid through again. And if I'm wrong, I have a place no one's watching. Should wake you up. Easy now. Easy! Right, it's never easy. Not high enough to make the jump anymore. I need to find a new spot. They know where I am. Should be a good spot for something to do. Made it. Now to climb up to its head.